Hello YTPC, I'm Jeffrey, and this is Life with a Pipe. This video is going to be a VR for Jonathan over at Piper X1X. He had asked for some embarrassing stories that had been witnessed, so I'm going to share an embarrassing story from when I was quite a bit younger. I lived in Hong Kong for a couple of years, just after high school, was over there teaching English, and I was living with a bunch of other men and women around my age, 19, 20 years old, and I had only been there for a very short time. And we were invited over to a party. We were being hosted by some families, and one of them had a big get-together with all of those that were in this program, and they had a mixture of Asian food, great Hong Kong food, a lot of different influences, and they had a lot of American food as well. Not everybody participating in the program was American, but a predominant number of them were. There were some Australians, some New Zealanders, Filipinos, and anyway, I had just been transplanted from the United States to Hong Kong. It had been maybe only a couple of weeks, and I was craving American food. And I grew up in the Mountain West, so Mexican food was very, very common. Chips, salsa, guacamole, quesadillas, some of my favorite food in the whole world. And they had this big spread, and I saw a big bowl of guacamole. And they didn't have corn chips, but they had these rice chips. They're kind of shaped in a scoop. So perfect. Take a big scoop of guacamole, pop it in your mouth. I was so excited. Well, being in Asia, a big bowl of green stuff is not guacamole. It is wasabi. And I had not had a whole lot of experience with wasabi. I wasn't a big fan of sushi at that point in my life. Love it these days, but back then wasn't a thing on my repertoire. So here I am, a bunch of people my age. Some had been there as long as me. Some had been there for a couple of months, a couple of years, getting ready to go home. And I took a big scoop of the green stuff with the chips, and I couldn't wait to dig into it. I saw a couple of people watching me. I thought they were interested in how excited I was about this, and they were waiting with bated breath to see what would happen. So I sit down, have my drink, have my plate of guacamole and a couple other things. I had quite a mixture of stuff. But I took a big scoop, popped it right in my mouth, and I immediately knew that this was not what I had been hoping it to be. Anyway, flaming hot shot straight through the roof of my mouth. Felt like it went 3 feet above my head, and then it came right back down. And I was just stunned. My eyes were wide open, and everyone around me that had been watching was laughing so hard. And I was dumbfounded. I was just in shock. I couldn't believe what had just happened. I had never experienced something like that in my life. Anyway, being there for 2 years, I was then known as the guacamole guy amongst those that were there, which fortunately was not everyone in the program, but that was my new nickname for a while. That's my embarrassing story. Young, inexperienced American in Hong Kong, eating wasabi as guacamole. Anyway, at least I know now how to appreciate guacamole, appreciate wasabi with some excellent sushi. A favorite these days, but that was quite a learning curve. Jonathan, congratulations to you. All the best. Keep up the great work. Been a long-time watcher, long-time fan. Happy I can do a VR response for this one. Take care. Remember, life with a pipe is better than without. Be good. Take care. I'll see you next time.